Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Laura Harms and I'm here with your weekly zentangle challenge. So this week's challenge is to be inspired by the Olympics that are happening right now. And so here I'm drawing, instead of the 5 Olympic circles, I am using 5 hearts to carry on my own personal challenge to myself to use heart-shaped strings for all of February. So here I'm trying to interlock them using the Celtic knot technique that I learned from Sadell Wiltshire, and I learned that in her Skillshare class. You should totally check it out, it's pretty awesome. I did find that creating Celtic knots this way did not leave a lot of room for feelings of zen, but it is really neat to see how it all comes together. And just as last week, I have sped this video up to about 4 times my normal drawing speed. And I'm just creating a thicker border around the edges of my tile to sort of interlock in through my hearts. Now, I don't usually use erasers. I actually try to avoid them like the plague when I'm doing zentangle art. But the lines that I drew for the heart-shaped strings were just driving me crazy, so I erased them. And I'm just going over the hearts with a #1 graphic size Pigma Micron to sort of smooth out the hearts and sort of clean up any edges, because I had to draw the heart shapes in so many small pieces. There was a lot of places where the lines joined, so I just wanted to smooth those out and give them a better, more finished look. Here I'm filling in this first heart with tipple. Again, it seems to be one of my go-tos for filling up spaces. Plus, I really find drawing orbs relaxing, especially after so much thinking in creating the interlocking hearts. Next up here, I am filling in this heart with a sort of raised checkerboard pattern. I'm sure it has a name, but if you have been following my videos or when I was streaming on Twitch, you'll know that I don't remember over half of the tangle names that I use. And then here's Muka. So Muka is like the bane of my existence, and I am determined to make it my own. And really the only way I can do that is by practicing, but I still can never get it to look the way I want it to look. Another one of my go-to tangles is the tweed that I'm doing here in this heart at the bottom. And then finally I'm going to fill this last one in with enzeppel. When I'm doing enzeppel, the best way to think of doing the inside shapes is like trying to fit a water balloon into a geometric shape. Like, it's not going to fill in all the corners, and so that's how you get that rounded look. It's also really important to sort of follow the outside edges of the little shapes. Instead of drawing a circle or something inside of the shape of enzeppel, to really follow the lines that you've already drawn. And I can do another video demonstrating that if there's interest in that. Just let me know in the comments if you want to see something like that. Now I'm doing an aura around all of the hearts. I'll go off camera a little bit there, but I'll bring it back. And now I'm going to speed it up to about 6 times my normal drawing speed. because I'm just going to fill in this space with these teeny little hatch lines. I don't know, there's probably a tangle name for this, someone's probably given it a name, but I just call them hatch marks. And I love drawing them. I don't know what it is about them, but I love filling up spaces with them. I'm just using a piece of scrap paper, and I'm using my graphic 1, and I'm just going to color in the background here. Super fast drawing, like a superhero. So I'm just looking up on my phone the Olympic rings so that I can see what colors they are. I don't usually put color into my tangles, into my tiles, but I thought because it was the Olympics and the Olympic rings are colored, I thought I'd color them up. So I'm just really quickly going in here with my pencil crayons. I know that the Americans are going to make fun of me because we call them pencil crayons up here in Canada. At least I do. I think what are they called in the States? Colored pencils. Pencil crayons! Okay, now I'm going to lay down some shading with my Spectrum 8B graphite stick and my blending stump. Throwing shade is my very most favorite part of creating a tile. I just love how everything just pops out once you've added some depth with contrast. And I'm using this little trick that I talked about in my last video where I lay down the graphite onto a scrap paper and pick up that color with the blending stump and use that to put the graphite onto the tile. And now I'm also blending the background, putting a little bit of graphite onto the background and blending it in, smooshing it all around. That's the very technical artistic term for shading, smooshing graphite, just to make the hearts pop up to the front a little bit more. And because I used pencil crayon to color my hearts, I wasn't going to be able to get the graphite to lay over top of the wax from the pencil crayon. So I used my micron and gave little hatch lines everywhere a heart overlapped another to give that, again, a little bit more feeling of depth in 3D. And give my little initials on the front and then sign and date the back. And that is it for this week. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to like my channel and subscribe to be notified of future videos.